Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Now, dear friends and students and my colleagues, if they are interested to repeat or learn, the topic is the investigation for the renal functions, where the serum electrolytes should be done, the blood urea, serum creatinine, 24 hours creatinine clearance, that is called GFR, 24 hours urinary proteins, and other anions or cations can be estimated, serum sodium levels, 24-hour chloride levels, and so on, serum uric acid, urine RE. Now this is very important examination. It is a routine examination and cheapest investigation of the world. Urine culture and sensitivity, ultrasound KUB, plain X-ray KUB, CT pylography, and CT guided renal biopsy and other biopsies for the prostate gland and for the bladder. For the bladder and for the as far as the prostate gland is concerned, we also do the PSA levels. We also do the cystography, cystograms, to see the efficacy of the urinary bladder. But it is not included now. I want to discuss this one, and that is the most important one, is the urine analysis. The urine analysis is one of the most important examination. I am Professor Sayyid Ali Haider, and I am visiting professor of medicine at GSMU, trying to clear the concept. Now, this type of discussion is usually not done. It is omitted by many of us, although it is a routine examination, and according to our colleagues, it is easy to interpret it. No, not easy to interpret it. I don't think so. This is a typical picture which is given by Civil Hospital Karachi or JPMC in a strip. They have typed it. Complete the urine analysis complete. They said the color is yellow and appearance is hazy, specific gravity 1.058, and a pH it should be 1.030, which is high specific gravity. Now pH is 6.5. It is the urine is definitely acidic urine. Urine should be acidic, of course, and it should not be alkaline. Protein, which is acid precipitate, is +2, means that proteinuria is going on. Glucose strip is negative, ketone bodies on the strip is negative, bilirubin from the strip is negative, occult blood is negative, WBC per HPF. There is also pus cells, none, RBC per high power field, none, cast per lower high field, lower power field is not observed. The epithelial cells in the high power field were not observed. Squamous cells is 1 to 3, and others and front of breasts and so on are positive in this condition. The bacteria is not observed. It means that they have not done nitrite in this examination. It should be done. And through the part actually we divide to see it and very quickly. The routine examination hardly 30 seconds is needed in most of the cases. You order the urine examination and you read it in 20 seconds or 10 seconds, without considering that something will be very important for the as a diagnostic tool is concerned. So it is the morphological examination, it is the chemical examination that should be done in this patient, and then we go for the microscopic examination, and we go for the specific examination for the urine, if it is ordered. Otherwise, the urine analysis is actually divided into 3. There is the morphology, and secondly is the chemical examination, which is definitely important, and we do the what is called the microscopic examination. And then we go for the specific examinations if it is ordered. Although the specific examinations are not included in this urine analysis, something is going wrong. Hazy urine, pH is 6.5, it should be 5.5. Although it is acidic, it is slightly going towards the alkalinity. And protein are positive, proteinuria is there, although the glucose negative, with another important thing which is seen here is squamous cells is 1 to 3, and fat droplets are also seen. So proteinuria with these things signifies that is the proteinuria may be significant if 24 hours urinary protein will be done, and if it is more than 3.5 gram, and then it is from nephrotic origin. This is one of the observations. May possibly there is some other diagnosis may be possible. Other than that, it is possible. But still the most important observation is the proteinuria with squamous cell, which is coming out, and the specific gravity is very, very important. Here the crystals, that is crystalloids rather, whether it is in the form of the cations or anions, they are very, very important. The cations and anions are mixed in the urine, and that would cause the high concentrated urine, and is hazy in appearance. I mean something which are of course big molecular weight or a pus cells type of thing, no pus cells. So it is a proteinuria which may be significant one, and probably it is of nephrotic type of a proteinuria. So a specimen collection is this, that it should be first morning if it is possible, because it is most concentrated at that time. Record the time, clean catch. In female it is necessary, and arrive with a 2 hours collection should be done, otherwise some other byproducts will be formed, and it should be free of vaginal secretion. The vagina should be clean, around the area will be cleaned, and it should be the mid-stream urine sample, MSU, that is called clean catch, specifically speaking the female. So this is the male urethra, no problem. If we clean this area and collect the urine, no problem. But in female, a lot of adjacent areas, the vagina, the urethra is very near to it, and then the anal canal is very near. So all should be cleaned with the antiseptics, and then mid-stream urine will be collected. That will give you more information. These are the things which are necessary to do it. If it is urinary, if it is not passed and there is retention of the urine, then suprapubic needle aspiration is needed for the urine analysis is concerned. Or it should be catheter based. Catheter is already put, and you will do the urine examination, but write it down. It is collected from the catheter. Catheter should be clear. Where you are collecting it should be absolutely clear. The cleaning agent should be used to clear that part of the catheter which you are collecting the urine. Type of analysis is macroscopic, means morphology, chemical analysis, macroscopic, and cytological examination. This is a part, microscopic examination, cytological. The macroscopic examination, what you see or what you smell, odor is ammonia-like. It's found in the urea splitting bacteria, ammonia-like smell. Usually it is present. So foul, offensive, the old specimen or pus or inflammation. Sweet smell, urine is just like fructose-like. Glucose or fruity type, fruits which are older enough, they form smell, create smell. Ketones and a maple syrup-like, it is a maple syrup-like urine odor. It is a maple syrup urine disease. It is one of the metabolic disorder. It is a rare one. Color is colorless. Diluted urine is zero color. Deep yellow concentrated urine, riboflavin may be possibility excreted in it, and if you get other vitamins, it will become yellow. There are many causes of the yellow urine. Yellow greenish, bilirubin and biliverdin. If it is reddish in tint, the blood hemoglobin was present probably, and brownish red, it is acidified blood, acute glomerulonephritis. Brownish coffee color. Brownish black, the homogenistic acid, it is the what is called as alkaptonuria, and it is homogenistic acid melanin, which colors the urine black. Turbidity. Turbidity cells or crystals, cellular elements, and the bacteria will clear by centrifugation if you will do it, or centrifugation. Crystal dissolved by a variety of methods, acid or base. Only remaining thing will be cellular elements then. The microscopic examination will determine which is present, whether the cells are present or crystals are present. The chemical analysis is important, other than the macroscopic or the morphological examination. All examination usually done today with the dipstick that is called. Urine dipstick, you do what it is the glucose, bilirubin, ketones, specific gravity, blood, pH, proteins, urine origin, nitrite, and leukostates. There are 3 to 5 and 10 tests will be done in a multi-sticks. This is a multi-sticks. 10. The color changes will show you how much possibility of the glucose and bilirubin or ketone bodies. So the thing is this, that the chemical analysis will give you the 10 of the parameters of the urine, and that is important information. First of all, the glucose. Now, the chemical principle is the glucose oxidase. It is inside, and then it will be converted glucose with the water and oxygen, gluconic acid, and which is the horseradish peroxidase. It is combined with the potassium chloride, and it is when you dip it, read it at 30 seconds, and usually the result will be negative. Negative means it is green color. Light green color trace 100 milligram. More green 250. High green 500 milligram. It is like this, it is grayish. Light gray plus 3. Very dark gray plus 4. More than 2000. It is indirect evidence of the glycosuria. The glycosuria, but at one time it was the people of diabetes, they do it regularly, on a regular basis at one time. Nowadays it is discarded because of the errors. So they are not monitoring with the glucose step as a part of the multi-step. Limitation is that in cases of significant diabetes or renal glycosuria, where the threshold of the glucose at the levels of the tubular cells are low. That is called renal glycosuria. Limitations are interference, reducing agents, ketones, only measures the glucose and not the other sugars, fructose and maltose and others. If they are excreting, you cannot measure. A renal threshold must be passed in order for the glucose to spill into the urine. So renal threshold is important. How much threshold you have, and that is important now. Otherwise, the renal threshold is the one which is higher in some person, although lower in some persons. It is mean in some person, which we are reading is a renal threshold mean. The other tests are the copper sulfate tests for reducing sugars, like for example, ascorbic acid can be detected in this fashion. Ascorbic acid can be, there will be what is called hypervitaminosis C, vitamin C. Can be detected in this fashion, and other also. The detection of the reducing sugars by copper sulfate. The sugar, galactose, galactosemia, fructose intolerance, fructosuria, lactose and pentose and maltose and so on, and ascorbic acid, I already said, and others also. Sucrose it's not detected because it is not a reducing sugar. All sugars are reducing by copper sulfate method. If you want to do urine versus blood sugars, charting is there, how much urine traces and the color and how much possibility of the sugar levels. Nowadays they are not doing this. You monitor yourself by the home monitoring, glucometers are used instead. Another parameter in multi-stick dipstick is bilirubin. The chemical principle is written here, but the azo agent is acidic nature and azobilirubin will be formed. So read it at 30 seconds. The bilirubinemia, bilirubinuria. The bilirubin urea is what happened. It is the bilirubin, which should be conjugated type of the bilirubin, which is excreted. Indirect bilirubin will not come here. So this is bilirubin, negative plus 2 plus 3 according to the color. The limitation of urine bilirubin detection is that the significance that increased direct bilirubin correlates with the urinary and serum bilirubin. This is the significance, not indirect. The limitation is that it will not go with hemolytic anemias. You will not find. The limitation is that the interference, prolonged exposure of the sample to the light will convert it into another compound. The only measure the direct bilirubin will not pick up the indirect bilirubin. This is very important to understand. You are seeing the bilirubin urea or urinary bilirubin, it means it is coming from the conjugated type of the hyperbilirubinemia. The other test, the echo test, sometimes more sensitive, tab version, serum test for the total and direct bilirubin, etc., was done previously, not now. The multi-sticks, another one is the ketones. Negative trace, according to the color, it is written here, and it is the principle is the acetic acid with nitroposide will form the colored complex. You see the colors in this. Read at the 42nd, and actually it is usually negative in persons. Cases will be found in those who are doing the dietary programs and who have got the malnutrition +1 and who are doing the what is called as a ketone diet programming. Absolute zero ketones are only given by derived from the proteins. High protein diet has been taken, it may be +2. In pregnancy, it is usually seen between +1 and +2. More than that are definitely abnormality. It is not the benign proteinuria, but it is the pathological proteinuria. 3 plus or 4 plus, 80 milligram equivalent about, and 160 milligram plus about. Limitation and uses are there. In diabetic ketoacidosis, you find it, the ketonuria. Yes, of course, it is a very important test. And prolonged fasting, and I say that in pregnancy and other conditions. Limitations are there, interference with the expired reagents, etc. Ketosticks, another, multi-sticks, we are using the multi-sticks. But another step is ketosticks, specifically for the using for the ketone body ketonuria. The most important one, which is a neglected parameter of the urine RE, is specific gravity. It's normal, it actually should be lying between 1.010 to 1.1030. Which is more than 1.030, it means definitely it is very concentrated urine. And in cases of what is we call as insurance company will not accept you after 1.030. For example, 1.038, they will not accept you for the insurance policy. This is their principle. There is something going wrong actually, and the patient's morbidity is directly proportional to it, according to the insurance policy. So it reads after 2 minutes, and usually I said it is 1.00010 rather to 1.030 in our Pakistan is concerned. Uses of the limitation of the urine specific gravity, significance is that it is diabetes is very, very low concentrated urine. Hardly it is less than 1.000. It is interfere with the alkalinization of the urine, and it does not measure the non-ionized solids, glucose. So glucose is another substance which will cause the increase in gravity, specific gravity, but it is not measured. Unmeasurable, specific gravity is not related with the glucose urea. Other tests to measure it is reflectivity, and hydrometer is, you have seen it, and hydrometer with the battery, you are buying the battery, they have got hydrometer. It is available. You can measure the specific gravity and to instill into your battery of the car. So the specific gravity is neglected thing. How much cations and the anions dissolved in the urine water, that is solvent. Solute in the solvent. Number of solute divided by the number of solvent. This is the concept of the specific gravity. Now, urine dipstick, another multi-sticks is the blood. Usually is negative, trace non-homolyzed blood is traces, moderate non-homolyzed, moderate trace hemolyzed blood, and plus 2 and plus 3. Now, in female, here you find in specifically these things, trace or moderate or trace, like this type of things. Plus 1, weak, it is present. Now this is the significant one. Plus 2 or plus 3. It means the blood is present in the urine and it is microscopic hematuria. The significance is the hematuria, nephritis, trauma, hemoglobinuria, hemolysis, myoglobinuria. Again will tell you that it is hemoglobin, not myoglobin. Indirectly it is converted into the hemoglobinuria. What is called as the black water fever in case of the falciparum malaria, you will find myoglobinuria. And in cases of what is called as the fever, which is associated with the use of antipsychotics, and that is again the malignant hypothermia and other conditions, traumatic conditions causing the myoglobinuria. So you also see these things in the blood indirectly. And the multi-stick examination is pH. It is usually 4.5 to 8. Usually it is towards the this one, that is 6.5. It is acidic in nature. 5, 6, 6.5, according to that. How much alkaline substances are excreting, how much acidic substances are excreting into the urine. So the substances containing the hydrogen ions and substances containing the bicarbonate ions, it depends upon it. Usually this is the normal one. And this is not normal, and this part is not normal. It means it is acidic, and it is highly alkaline. So it should be in between this. Significant acids less than 4.5, metabolic acidosis, high protein diet, acidic urine, alkaline urine, renal tubular acidosis, RTA. Alkaline urine in RTA, that is important. pH runover effect means that you have to spill the urine on this step. This is part of the pH. The pH of the urine, I already said that it is acidic or it is toward the alkalinity side. Another multi-stick examination, chemical examination, protein, is negative. Usually it is less than 10 milligram in most of the cases per 24 hours. It is significant after 50 milligram. Traces are negligible. Plus 30, 50 milligram, this is here we call the what is we call in microalbuminuria or microproteinuria, increasing in the macroproteinuria, 300 milligram up to and more than 300 milligram, 500 milligram. It is macroscopic hematuria, and it is if more than 1000 milligram, 500 to 1000 milligram, but less than 3.5 milligram, it is non-nephrotic type of the proteinuria. If it is 3.5 or more than that, it is called the nephrotic type of proteinuria. It is written the causes of proteinuria: functional, severe muscular exertion, frequency, orthostatic proteinuria, renal, glomerulonephritis, nephrotic syndrome, renal tumor or infection, pre-renal condition, fever, renal hypoxia, hypertension, post-renal cystitis, urethritis, prostatitis, contamination with anal secretions. More than 3.5 gram in 24 hours, nephrotic syndromes. This should be done in the 24-hour urinary excretion of protein. So there is the primary type of the nephrotic syndrome or the secondary type. We will deal, inshallah ta'ala, we will discuss it in detail afterwards. The limitation is that the proteinuria and the nephrotic syndrome, this is the significance. It may be nephrotic, subnephrotic level, in diabetes mellitus and other conditions also. The protein detections are very important. Now urine is, if you analyze the urine, the proteins, albumin is 40%, Tama household protein, these are the cells of the ascending group of Henle, and it is 40%, immunoglobulins which are derived from it is 12%, secretory IgA 3%, and other 5%. Although this part is written here, 60 milligrams, 60, 24, 6 milligrams. This is important in certain cases. In certain diseases, only you form the TAMS household type of the proteinuria. In some cases, in most of the cases, albumin. And another condition is immunoglobulinuria. Another condition, secretory IgA. And other type of the proteins, like globulins, more than that, other type of globulins. We find in the other condition as well, in multiple sclerosis, in Waldenström, macroglobulinuria, for example, macroglobulinemia. Now, these type of the proteins, YTs are important in certain conditions. Urobilinogen, yes, if it is the bilirubin will convert definitely, it conjugated in the intestine by the action of the bile acids, and then it will form the urobilinogen, and then it is the stercobilinogen. Urobilinogen will be absorbed into the urine, into the blood, and then in the urine it is between 0.02 to 1 milligram. From the multi-stick it is, look the colors, it is 0.202 rather to 8 milligram. Usually we will find normally here up to 0.2 to 1 here. More than that will indicate that it is post-hepatic type of a jaundice in this patient, because urobilinogen is excreted in high amount. High increased hepatic processing and bilirubin, low bile obstruction. If the bile is obstructed, not excreted, the urobilinogen will not be formed. Very less amount. It signifies the obstruction in the bile. This is the significance. High, it means the increased hepatic processing of the bilirubin and converting into the conjugated bilirubin. Another multi-sticks chemical analysis is nitrite, presence of nitrite. The nitrite producing bacteria, you see the gram-negative organisms, Escherichia coli, Proteus, Mergas, Klebsiella pneumoniae, and Pseudomonas, and so on. They are nitrite positive. All the streptococci and others, they are nitrate negative. So negative or positive. Indirectly will indicate which group of the bacteria or bacteriuria is present. So I always, interpreted nitrite with the microscopic examination. So its limitation is a gram-negative bacteria, it is not gram positive. Nitrite has formed from the gram negative bacteria. Another is urine deposit. Leukocyte is neglected usually, and we do not see it usually. But it is important. It may be read as 2 minutes time, and sensitivity is 3 to 5. It is, if it is positive, because it means that on microscopy you are expecting to find more than 5 WBC or pus cells. It is directly related with the WBC in the urine. Negative color changes are seen here. Very strong, +3. Very strong means that it is more than 5, 7, 8, 10 WBC per high power field. So it is significant is the pyuria and acute inflammation, renal calculus. Of course, in these conditions, you will find this type of leukocytes in pyuria and acute inflammation and renal calculus. It may be cystitis, which causes the leukocyte esterase detection. So this is the part 1 of the our discussion. It is about half an hour. I think it is enough to remember. First of all, we have done the macroscopic or the morphological examination, then we have done the chemical examination of the urine, RE. Do not forget that RE examination, urine, is a routine examination. Lot of information are there. If you want to check, you have got a knowledge, you interpret it well. I hope that you have understood it. If you repeat one or twice, then you can understand well. You order the urine, but you cannot read the urine RE reports properly. This is the hallmark of our, type of teaching. They do not teach the interpretations of the tests as stressing on the test. You are stressing on the test, but you do not know how to read it. This is definitely a very bad thing in my mind, which is going on. So I will hope that we will meet it again for the part 2 examination of the urine RE, that is microscopic and cytological examination. Inshallah, within 24 hours I will upload it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.